Omar the director. These bitch Jade, you watch thinking move, nigga know I don't play that. Ain't no cap and shit, we clapping shit, nigga know I'ma spray that. The eyes going down. Feeling my way downtown. My dream nigga take me to Pound Town. Your girlfriend I hope in a round. Real right bitch, I throw it. I'm a real ass P and they know it. Got bands on flex for blow it. Yeah, I'm really that bitch and I show it. How much I got for a whole lot. Kids on that bitch, yeah, a whole lot. In your trap, I'ma stick the whole spot. Boy, you be everywhere, hoes not. Want some, yeah, want some. Want some, yeah, I want some. Why they bitches staring at me like they want some? Nigga, give me money like you owe me some. And I don't want your nigga, I Jimmy bands want some. I rock out of sex with a couple of bags, want some. Shooters behind me, they riding the van, who want some? Yeah, want some.
Motherfucking BMQ podcast, man. You got your boy Boss Man Queen, this bitch.
And you got the Queen Jade Slave me.
Big J, not the motherfucking little dog.
Not the little.
I ain't gonna lie, when y'all mention Big J, you better mention these motherfucking sold out dates too.
Sold out dates. Gotta catch it. Gotta catch it and grab it.
Hey, we're brushing on the commercial. You gotta be quicker than that.
You gotta be quicker than that.
Yes, sir. So, first let's get into it. So, where you from?
I'm from the old town of Monk's Corner.
The motherfucking Monkey Corner. Hey, y'all don't know.
Corner.
Why is Monk's Corner?
Raised.
Why is that one of the most frowned upon cities, dog?
I don't even know. I feel like we was such a community that it just, I don't know. Everybody just hated on us.
Damn, y'all think we some haters?
Yes, everybody's some haters. If you hating on Monk's Corner, you have no reason to hate on Monk's Corner.
The most hate I see low-key do be from Goose Creek and Hughesy.
All right.
We do talk a lot of shit about Monk's Corner. For those of you who don't know who aren't from Charleston, these are like some small towns. We all really connected. So like everybody really on some like 15, 20 minute shit apart. Well, for me, I'm like 30 minutes from Hughesy, 20 minutes from like Goose Creek, and about 35 minutes from like Monk's Corner. So like we all real connected. Everybody party together. We, like everybody in the same circle type shit. So yeah. Let's talk about high school. So we'll start there. So for those of you who don't know, RJ is a motherfucking softball legend in Moco, boy.
Was. I used to be a beast in softball. Yeah, I was.
Tell me about some of your accolades.
Accolades, man. I feel like if you got to the point when you got to college with a sport, you don't need accolades because your work show for itself.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That's why I call her Big Jade. She pop her shit subtly. I ain't gotta worry about it. But for those of you who don't know, RJ has a binder full of motherfucking awards, newspaper articles, just all type of shit.
Yeah, I feel like them is memories. Like those are memories. I don't look at them as like, oh, glories. I look at them as like they just my memories. Like sometimes you look through it and you wish you could go back, or you don't look at it at the fact that oh that day, that's the day they put that in the newspaper. I hit a grand slam. Like I don't think of it like that. I just think of it like, oh yeah, I remember that day. I remember what happened that day. I don't remember the fact that I hit a grand slam. I just remember the fact that it happened.
See, I think that's the dope part about being. I feel like when you're a real athlete, what you did in high school don't really matter. Because the whole goal was really to get to the next level. Now I feel like it's still something you should mention, just because you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, definitely. I'm proud of everything I did in high school with softball, with everything. But yeah, I don't look at it. I mean, I don't look at it as a glory. I look at what I did in college and how far I got in college as a glory.
So how far did you get in college?
I played my 2 years. I went to a smaller university off of USD. If y'all don't know where South Carolina is, don't worry about it. You
don't need to go there. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Don't worry about it.
No more got one Wendy's in the city trains.
It's a little bit more than that. All right now. I lived there for like 4 years, so it's a little more than that. But yeah, it's small. It's real small. But I have fun.
Tell me, give me a good college experience, bro. Like give me something that you did in college that was like, damn, I'm really a college student.
I mean, my teammates in general was a party itself. Like we didn't need nobody else. Like it was another college in the city. But we kind of just hung out with each other. Like I done pulled them out of cars, stopped them from fighting. I done ran up on other players. Like, the list go on and on. I can't tell y'all about the other stuff, but y'all know if y'all experienced it, y'all know.
You already know what's going on. So basically, it sounds like you were the mom of the group, but in a good way. Like you were the one who take care of it. You gonna still turn up and do what you gotta do.
Yeah. I still turn up, but at the end of the day, if anything was to happen, they know they could have called me.
Till this day, y'all. So like anytime we got these drunken nights, RJ is always the last man standing. No matter where it goes, she the one who gonna finish the cleaning. She the one who gonna help niggas clean up they throw up. Like she's a real nurturer when it comes to that. So let's get into some real shit. So I ain't gonna say I did my research because
you can't really do your research because you know me.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into a traumatic experience that you had at a young age, and what I'm talking about is like your mom passing. So like, how did you deal with that at that young age and going through, you know what I'm saying, the transitional phase of life?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I lost my mom at a young age. I was 14. So that was like the pinnacle. That was freshman year. And I lost her like literally 11 days after her birthday. So it was pretty tough. We was on a Christmas break, and when we came back, that's when it kind of all hit me, and people was asking, especially going back to school. But I think as a kid, you put up, when you lose a parent at a young age, you kind of put up a mental block or emotion block. So it kind of affected me later in life when it came to like me and forthcoming with my emotions, because Lord knows, and you could tell it, like I'm not one for too many emotions. Like I am.
She got 3 emotions.
I say what it is. If I tell him all the time, like my mom used to tell me, if I didn't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. So I kind of stick with that. My biggest thing was always just making her proud. Like even beyond life, after life, just still making her proud. Like bringing that into my everyday. Doing what I know that she would want me to do, or being the person. I wouldn't say doing, because she didn't say, oh, do this, but being the person that she always knew I could be.
So one thing that I find interesting is the fact that you got a lot of what I call battle scars. So what people don't understand is that going through traumatic things builds character. And not to boost you up, because we talked about this before the podcast, that this podcast wasn't for me to be her fiance. This podcast wasn't for me to be her friend. It was really just a real interview. But
yeah, just me being me, because a lot of people see me, but they don't see me, because I'm usually backside. I'm usually behind the scenes. I'm usually in the crowd. Like I'm never forefront. Like people don't really know my true feelings, because I don't really say too much.
Right.
So yeah.
So do you think your mom is your drive and motivation to do hair at the level that you do?
Oh, most def. My first time actually being like in someone's head was my mom's. When she was diagnosed and her hair started falling out, she put the clippers in my hand to cut her hair. So it was kind of like, at first, I'll be honest with y'all, I did not want to be a braider. I wanted to be a barber. I wanted to cut hair. That's it. I wanted to work in a barbershop. I wanted to cut hair, charge however many, because, you know, as a barber, you can take multiple clients a day, and that's easy. Me versus me sitting with one person all day, or sitting with 2 people all day. Like, it's just the rush, the money. Like, I see how fast it was. So my thing was, I wanted to be a barber. I never wanted to braid. But then when I was braiding, people was like, I think my OCD played a part, because it's like, people would see me braid and that, like, I would take my time with each braid, and it would be like I would get to the point where each braid had to be exactly the same as the last braid.
No, I ain't. So I'm just keep it real now. You saying this podcast was to boost you up. Well, RJ first started braiding y'all, her braids, man, dookie.
They wasn't bad, but they, like, I feel like back then, like, people say you catch on a trend. So, like, back then, like, I was catching on to a new trend, you know, not was just in or feed-ins was just getting popular.
Oh, no. I'm not talking about when you started doing that. I'm talking
just
about
in general. Like, when
we've been in hand to hand.
All right, now, come on now. Like,
I'm talking about damn, right? I ain't talking about the new RG. I ain't talking about Jade.
No, when I went, I'll put it like this. When I went off to college, I kind of dropped doing hair completely. Like, all throughout high school, I would do friends' hair and I would do my mom's hair. But that was it. Like, I didn't really think of it until I got out of college, and I was like, what am I do? Like, what am I really do? Like, I'm good at, I find niches and stuff. So, like, I can jump on a train and do something. Right. It's like I adapt very easy. So it was nothing for me to, like, find a job and hop on something, but it got boring. Like, what you gonna do next?
So let's rewind a little bit. So let's get into the. So once you realized you wanted to do hair, what was your first step?
I gotta find a school. My first step was finding a school, and at the time I needed a new hustle. Like, I was started doing what I was doing, and I had to move. I had to, y'all know that point in our life where it just feel like you at a dead stop, where it's no more that you can push, no more you can go in that area, that you just gotta pick up and go. I was at that point that I was just like, yeah, I gotta go to school. I gotta get it popping. Like, everybody telling me that this is what I'm good at. This is what I'm good at. Why don't you do it? And I'm listening to people, and I'm like, yeah, you hear somebody tell you good at something, and you just throw it over your shoulder.
Yeah, you be feeling like niggas just telling you.
Yeah, you just feel like people be telling you, but I was legit, like, I was not bad at it.
So, at what moment did you realize that, like you said, people be telling like you, hey, you need to keep going at this shit. You need to keep. Yeah. At what moment did you realize that you were officially, like, when did you step into Jade? And before you answer that, let's answer this. What does RJ stand for?
Yo, I ain't gonna be giving out my government like that.
Bro, come on,
people don't know me like that.
Just so y'all boys know, my name is Quajon.
People don't know me like that, and I don't feel like giving out my government.
Come on now, you on a podcast? You want to answer the question? You said
what does RJ stand for?
Yes.
RJ stands for Ranisha Jade.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Keep going.
So, bro, trying to rush me to my next question. So, when did RJ step into Jade?
When did RJ step into Jade? Really, you want me to be completely honest? RJ didn't step into Jade until I seen my first sold out. That's when I don't get the arousal and I don't get the confidence out of doing it. I get the confidence out of seeing it. So, like, seeing it backhand, seeing that firsthand, I was just like, yeah. Want some?
Come get
some. Yeah, want some?
And then it's crazy because I remember being in bed and you looking at me like, hey, all 30 days gone.
Yep.
I'm like,
gone. Counting it gone.
I'm looking at her like,
yeah, I was literally like, yeah, y'all know the people that been rocking with me, y'all know, like, from the jit. If you not, I was opening my books at 7:00. If you was not on there at 6:59,
you're dead.
You're dead. That's it. I mean, I thank God for it because it keep food on the table. It keep my pockets full. I appreciate it. All my clients, like, all the ones that's, like, loyal to me, even the ones that come to me and say, hey, as soon as I'm able to get in there, I'm gonna get in there. Like, I really appreciate y'all because y'all the ones put my name out there. Y'all the ones spreading the word. Y'all the ones giving me praise. So, yeah, I can't hype myself up while hyping my clients up.
I fuck with that the most because a lot of people don't understand, like, without support, realistically, you're nothing.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could be the best baller, you could be the best chef, you could be the best whatever, but if you don't got support, then you know what I'm saying. You know, I don't want to say you nothing, but you know what I'm saying. Your craft is not really. It's not you if you can't excel in that.
Yeah, I feel that.
So, another question I have to ask is, what does Jade think? Out of all your braiding styles, and we can go through the knotless, the butt length, the feed-ins, low key, we can talk about the fact that she freestyling on y'all.
Yeah, I'm to the point where I'm freestyling, and if you ain't book a freestyle, then what you waiting on? Because let me just do what I do. That's it.
Hey, what if you say business is booming?
Yeah, let me just do what I do.
So with the freestyle, explain your creative process and coming up with that. Like, what made you sit down and be like, if these bitches want my hands in their head, like, oh, excuse me, y'all, I didn't mean to say that like that. I'm sorry.
Ladies.
If you ladies want your, you know what I'm saying, want Jade's hands in their head, like, that's some confidence to let somebody to click on a website and freestyle my head.
Yeah.
Like, that's
you really gotta have faith in me, and all of y'all that did and really let me, y'all, I love y'all. But they probably my loyal ones. I'm not gonna lie. They the ones that know what I can do and what I actually got. So it's just like, yeah, they just let me do whatever.
Excuse our child in the background.
Our puppy is yeah, man. We have a little baby.
She's wild, but she like our attention, so we apologize about that. But so we talk about your freestyling. So what do you think your strong suit is within braiding?
Honestly, I'm getting sick with my pinkies. These feed-ins, these feed-ins, and I would say my knotless braids because they so clean. But these feed-ins is like they touching my heart right now. Like, everybody that book a feed-in with me, I'll be excited. I'll be super excited. I'm like, oh yeah, I got some feed-ins today. Don't know how they want it, but yeah, these stitches. Yeah.
So one thing that I can applaud you on is creating a wave before the wave. Now, a lot of people don't like to give their credit, and a lot of people not, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people don't pay attention to certain things like that. But I'm big on where origin. And I ain't saying you created the style. Let's not say that. But you can create a wave. Something can exist, and you can take that existing thing and take it and turn it into something different. Mm-hmm. So one thing I commend you on is literally how you can take something and just blow that shit up. So like,
yeah, I low key, like, I follow certain people for certain reasons. Like, I can't even give credit to myself because yeah, I do make it into my own, but they give me the inspiration to do it, like to see it. Like, sometimes I could come off the dome and be like, hey, let me try this on you. And y'all know who I talk to and I say, hey, let me try this style on you. But other than that, like, I gotta give credit to it. Like, I ain't the creator, but yeah, I make it pop.
Right. Because if y'all don't know, first it was knotless. After the knotless, it was butterfly locks. After the butterfly locks, it was feed-ins. No. The long.
Oh, the knee-length braids.
Yep.
All knee-length braids.
Yep. So,
I think I was one of the ones that actually would risk my time to do knee-length braids, and people like would come to me and book knee-length braids, small knee-length braids, large knee-length braids, knee-length. Yeah.
So one thing, like I said, y'all, so, you know what I'm saying, I'm around a lot, so I be hearing our clients. And one thing everybody says when they get in your chair is your timing.
Yeah, I'm quick with it.
With being a braider, how do you keep yourself focused enough to one, stay on top of your timing and yet still be fast?
To be honest, I'm like I said, going back to my OCD, I'm super calculated with it. So I know from the first time I did it, the second time I did it, it took me this long. So I book accordingly. But with my day, like, now that we got her, I kind of got to plan around it. But still, I planned enough so where you get the full experience at a short period of time. Like, you get the works but at a short period of time. Like you ain't gonna be sitting in my chair no longer than 8 hours. That's it. I can't even keep the attention to braid your hair past 7. So yeah, you got about 8 hours on me before I clock out. But yeah, it takes some strength.
How did you handle the financial change? So a lot of people, yeah, you know what I'm saying. A lot of people,
my 9 to 5
to this money you get. Tell them when you started at.
What you mean?
Like when we met, what was you?
Oh yeah, like when we met, I was in school. I was in cosmetology school. Like I wasn't really doing hair like that. We had just moved back here from Sumter to Charleston. And I was just starting off at cosmetology school, so I wasn't really doing too much in people's hair. So I was working part-time at Banana Republic in Tanger. Part-time. I would go to school from 9 to 5, and from 5 to 10, I'll be at Banana Republic. It wasn't a lot, but it was paying the bills. It was paying it was getting done what I needed to get done. And I appreciate everybody that's working a 9 to 5. I respect y'all, because getting up and going to 9 to 5 is still hard. It's still hard. Like running your own business is hard, but working at 9 to 5 and actually getting up and going to that 9 to 5, yeah. I think
see, one thing that I can say, living with you, I really realize how much discipline it takes to run your own company, your own business. Like, and if you really value what you're doing and you're really taking it serious, it's a lot of discipline. Them times where you know, hey, shit, I got to know it here today. Are they still getting up 6 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning? Like, honestly, y'all, I seen her, we was about to go on vacation. She still had to chase that bag so bad. She was in here at 3 a.m.
Yeah, breaking before I left.
Before she leaves to go on vacation.
Yeah, I think we left at like 8 o'clock that morning.
And was done.
I was doing hair at 3. Mm-hmm.
Just so we can peel out. Like, you know how much discipline that takes? Like, you know you can take off a day.
Running your own business is definitely difficult. You definitely have to find the motivation in something. You have to find the motivation in yourself. You got to find the motivation and confidence in your own business. But yeah, it's definitely a task.
So give me your top three hairstylists.
Ooh, currently, I'm gonna have to say, if y'all follow her, go follow. If y'all don't follow her, go follow her. Pearl the Stylist. She is amazing. She's a beautiful woman inside and out, and her work speaks for itself. If y'all know me, I'm for peace and I'm for energy. I vibe, but you can see the energy through her videos.
I'm gonna tell y'all this one thing, and this is just some off the record shit. This is some RJ shit. This ain't no Jade shit. If she don't fuck with your vibe, you are going to know.
I'm not gonna talk.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. A lot of y'all who be like,
talk.
RJ didn't say anything to me. She wasn't really talking to me. I mean, I'm just be real with y'all. It's probably because she ain't like you. Like, your energy was off. She wasn't vibing. It wasn't gonna work. So I feel like that's a very interesting thing about you. To like, it's people around me who know, like, damn, if RJ talking to you, like she told me in bed the other day, she was like, if I speak to you, it's a privilege. Because and honestly speaking, it really is, because she does not talk.
Yeah, I like to protect my peace. So definitely, I like Pearl the Stylist. I like Braid Barbie. She be going into some stuff, but as far as her products and her style of braiding, I do like Pearl the Stylist. I actually like a local hairstylist. She's amazing. If y'all don't, besides me, I Heart Braids. She's awesome when it comes to feeding braids. She kind of give me my inspo when it comes to like just doing what I want to do with braided hair, because people be just like wing it,
right?
Wing it. But yeah, that's probably my top 3 currently.
I fuck with that. So another question I have to ask you is, how do you manage a work-home life balance?
Ooh, and that's funny because I work from home. I kind of had to put myself in a space where it's literally only work, and me, like, you know, like I went through a battle with being at home and not being able to free my mind of work, because I was constantly seeing work. It's like, you know, when you constantly see work, it's just like, you know, I'm tired of this. Like I'm always in that mind frame that I'm at work. So I kind of had to kind of close off from it and actually step into like personal time. I had to step into mind frame like, hey, I'm not at work. Hey, I'm RJ. Like I'm a wife. I'm a girl. I'm like, you know, I'm just a regular person.
No person.
Yeah.
So, with you being in this, how long have you had Jade Slay Me up and running?
Jade Slay Me has been up and running for a while, but it hasn't been like as active as it is now. Jade Slay Me has probably been around since 2014, and nobody really paid attention. Nobody really caught on to it and was actually knowing until after I left Paul Mitchell, and after a while after that, like people didn't really know until like 2018, 2019, and it didn't really start popping off until COVID. And the crazy thing is, COVID didn't stop nobody from getting their hair done. COVID didn't stop nobody. Like the world was shut down and people still needed their hair done. So
when I say you a pandemic bandit, you was a pandemic bandit. Cause y'all, I was just looking at the country and then I was looking at RJ and I was confused. I didn't know whether
the world was shut down.
I didn't know we was in a pandemic or we was in a ballademic.
Yeah, I was still making money.
My nigga was balling. I'm talking. Hey,
no matter what, I will tell you that
shine.
ladies, they still want their hair done. They still want their nails done. They still want their lashes done. They still want their waxes. They still gonna do it, and they gonna find a way to get it done.
I think you're a walking example of that. You need a trade.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, find it. Like everybody got a specialty in something. It's just you probably haven't hit that niche, or like you ain't put forth the effort to actually get into it yet. Like everybody has it. It's just you gotta dig deep and pull it out.
You definitely do. And digging deep means more than writing in a notebook. Digging deep means it's just more. Like digging deep means you're gonna lose yourself within finding yourself.
Yeah, I definitely lost myself within Jade Slay Me. Like so focused on Jade Slay Me, but it benefited in the long run, and I learned to manage it later. But yeah, diving deep into your craft, diving deep into your specialty, it can definitely help.
So another question I have to ask is, how do you stay so humble? Because like when I say that, like I'm around you, so I know what's really going on. It's people who see you on social media who still know what's really going on. It's everything adds up to where we all know what you are. But you don't even acknowledge that. Like I look at you and like you step in rooms like, y'all, we go places. It's like, RJ, girl, I can't get no appointment type shit. And it's like, yeah. Really, that's what RJ like. Jade, I can't get no appointment.
I gotta put myself in two different people. Like at work, I'm Jade Slay Me. At home, I'm RJ. So if I go out, I'm gonna be RJ. I just feel like and I put this in the, I don't mean to sound any type of way when I say this, and hopefully it come out very well, but I'm my own competition. Like, I don't really see no competition. Like, I acknowledge that other hairstylists is bomb. Like, I love their work, but I'm the only person that can defeat me. I'm the only person that can drag me. I'm the only person that can keep me down. So
I feel like that's the biggest lesson you have taught me is it's always me versus me.
It's definitely me versus me. It's definitely me versus me.
And you are your most fierce competition.
Oh yeah.
So you only better than your last movie you made.
Oh yeah. Look, I look at other hairstylists, but I don't study their work. I study my own work, cause I can always go back and say, oh well, nah, that's all right. Like I could look at it and it could be 300 likes on a picture, and I'll still be like, all right.
I ain't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that. It's me versus me. Simple as that. That's the way I stay humble. I have to put myself in Jade Slay Me. I have to put myself in RJ. When I'm outside, I'm RJ.
Where do you see Jade Slay Me in 5 years?
You know, you sent me the questions, and that was the one that I was stuck on for the longest, because I can't say I want to see into the future. I want to make it into something. Like, I'm more focused on what's going on now. What am I doing now? Because I'm still at, like, in my head, I'm still at not the place that I want to think forward. Like, I tell you all the time, like, I focus on what I got going on now. Like, I don't focus on trying to put myself into multiple brackets or trying to do too much, because then I get lost. So I'm more so focused on right now. To be honest, y'all, do I want to braid in the future is the question. Do I really want to braid in the future? Like,
to be continued.
That's the real question. Do I want to braid in the future? But as far as 5 years, I can't really say that, because I'm more focused on what's going on right now. And if y'all know what's going on right now, it's up. I'm thinking of my next move. I'm already thinking of my next move.
Big things popping, and little things stopping.
Big Jade, not the little.
All right, before wrapping up, give the people 3 things they don't know about you.
3 things y'all don't know about me.
Can I give them one?
What's one?
She's a crier.
I cry at everything. I cry at The Little Mermaid. I might see a commercial and start crying. So
no cap.
I'm emotionless, but like when I'm watching TV, I got emotions. No cap. 2, if y'all don't know, the people that's almost going to know, I got a whole bunch of siblings. A whole bunch of y'all. I love y'all, but I got a whole bunch of y'all. 3. I don't know y'all like that. I don't know. I keep y'all at 2. Y'all all right. If y'all talk to me on the real and have a one-on-one, we can talk about some stuff.
Hey, when they say book an appointment,
book an appointment, and we can talk about some stuff. Book with me at Jade Slade Me. That's it.
Tell them where to follow you at.
At Jade Slade Me. That's it.
Tell them who the #1 braider in Charleston.
At Jade Slade Me. That's it.
Tell them who gonna pop their shit and make that bread.
At Jade Slade Me. Can y'all hear me? Can
you fucking hear it?
At Jade Slade Me.
She is the #1 and not the what?
Not the 2.
Alright. It's the BAQ podcast, man. We logging on.